Welcome to AMEC's second annual Diwali celebration, India's Festival of Lights and Prosperity celebrations. We are very grateful to our host chairman, Alderman Pat Dowell. Last year on November 4th of 2021, she created history in Chicago City Hall's 183rd history for the first time hosting a Diwali celebration in Chicago City Hall. Ma'am, we are very grateful to you. You are a trendsetter, and you created history for our community. We are very proud of you. Today is the second year we are celebrating the India's Festival of Diwali, and we have with us several aldermen. We have Alderman Walter Burnett, who you all know from 27th Ward. We have Alderman David Moore, who is a strong friend of India-US. He also voted in favor against the anti-CAA resolution. He was a deciding vote, and he stood recently for the Secretary of State. Alderman Moore, we are so happy that you could join us today while the City Council is busy with the budget celebrations, budget deliberations. We also have Alderwoman Sophia King. Please give a big round of applause to her, who has joined us today. We have, as I said, our Council General here. We'll start this with a traditional invocation. We'll have Mr. Acharya Rohit Joshi, who's a council member of the Multi-Ethnic Advisory Task Force and a Northeastern University professor, and is a Hindu theologian. Please welcome Acharya Rohit Joshi.
The Festival of India, Festival of Lights, Diwali. In short, let me brief you three sentences. It's Diwali, we are celebrating the three powers: power of knowledge, power of material, and power of action. All these powers have been named, particularly in the name of goddesses. Power of action is Mahakali, power of material is Mahalakshmi, and power of knowledge is Mahasaraswati. All three powers we will pray and light the lamp to bless all this Devi Shakti upon us, and let us have the prosperous life, enlighten our mind and future, and remove the darkness, whatever we have in our mind. With that belief, I request...
Okay, so we'll request Sita Bala to do the invocational song. Please come.
Shri Chakraraj Simhasaneshwari Shri Lalitambikaye Bhuvaneshwari Shri Chakraraj Simhasaneshwari Shri Lalitambikaye Agama Veda Kalamaya Rupini Agama Veda Kalamaya Rupini Akila Chara Chara Janani Narayani Akila Chara Chara Janani Narayani Naga Gangana Nadaraja Manohari Naga Gangana Nadaraja Manohari Jnana Vishweshwari Raja Rajeshwari Shri Chakraraja Simhasaneshwari Shri Lalitambikaye.
Thank you so much, Sita Balaji. Now we'll request Mr. Martino Thangra, the chairman of the Multi-Ethnic Advisory Task Force of the 7th Congressional District, to give a few words of welcome.
Thank you so much. Today is a wonderful day that we gather here and celebrate AMEC's second annual Diwali India's Festival of Lights and Prosperity celebration with our host, Alderman Pat Dowell, Chair Chicago City Council on the Budget and Government Operations. Thanks so much for your kindness and hospitality. And also the new Indian Consul General, Samanath Ghosh, who just arrived in Chicago yesterday. And with many of the aldermen here. We have Alderman David Moore, Alderman Walter Burnett, Alderman Sophia King, and also we want to acknowledge the leadership of Dr. Vijay Prabhakar, Dr. Zenobia Sowell, and then we have also some teams here, Sri Guru Sami, Anika Dube, Sita Bala, Acharya Rohit Joshi, and all of the wonderful AMEC teams. And we want to salute all of you. Happy Diwali to all of you who celebrated. Love you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chairman Martino. Now, all of you all will wonder what this festival of Deepavali is all about. We have Anika Dube, the Executive Director of the American Multi-Ethnic Coalition, who will briefly, in a few words, describe the significance of this greatest Indian festival of Deepavali. Anika Dube.
Good afternoon, Honorable Counsel General, Alderman Pat Dowell, all our dignitaries and council members. It's my pleasure today to talk about Diwali, also known as Deepavali. First of all, Happy Diwali to all of you. This is a Sanskrit word which means rows of lighted lamps. And Diwali is the biggest Hindu festival celebrated in India and by the Indian diaspora around the world. Significance of Diwali is removal of darkness and ignorance from minds and filling with goodness of knowledge and spreading light. It's a 5-day celebration that includes good food, wearing new clothes, fireworks, meeting people, giving them gifts, and decorating your house with colored sand art, which is called Rangoli. We do this outside the house and inside our house, and also with special candles and lamps all over the house and outside the house, and also with the most modern fairy string lights. So the 5-day, what happens over the 5 days? I'll just tell you in briefly why it's a 5-day celebration. Day 1, what we do is we clean the house, we buy silver, gold, and it's called Dhanteras. Second day, we decorate our homes with rangolis, diyas, lamps, and we light up our house. Third day, we do puja of Goddess Lakshmi, who is known as the goddess of wealth and prosperity. It is a belief that we have to do the puja right way to get more wealth and prosperity at home. Therefore, we meet our friends and family. This is like a new year for the Hindu calendar. And we go meet them with gifts and exchange gifts and have good food with them. And the day 5 is celebrated with brothers who go to their sisters' houses for lavish meals. And it has different interpretations in different parts of India where they live. This is how Diwali is celebrated. Some believe is the return of Ram over the victory of Ram, and they celebrate Diwali. In southern India, it is all about victory of Lord Krishna defeating Naraksura, the demon. And in western India, Lord Vishnu banished King Bali, and that's why Diwali is celebrated. So, friends, Diwali, as we said, it's removal of darkness and ignorance from minds of people, and we do the lamp lighting, and that's what we are going to do now. With the gleam of auspicious diyas and the lamp lighting and the holy chants, we pave the way for happiness and prosperity, which fills our life forever. Thank you. And the Diwali has been embraced so much with everybody right here that this is the historic second Diwali celebration right here in City Hall. The first one was last year. We also celebrated with Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House in Washington, D.C. last year. And now tomorrow, we will be there to celebrate with Donald Trump and Republic Hindu Coalition. So this is how the Diwali is being embraced by everyone around the world. Happy Diwali to all of you.
Thank you, Anika ji. Alderman Pat Dowell is in a little bit of rush, so we'll do the lamp lighting ceremony right now. We'll request our Honorable Council General Acharya ji, you lead the ceremony. Come on. And I'll request other Alderman present also to be. Now we'll request Alderman Pat Dowell to give her greetings And then we have each of the aldermen present. Vinita Gulbani has a special silk scarf for each of you all.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am so sorry to, as they say, eat and run or celebrate and run, but I am very happy to celebrate Diwali with the American Multi-Ethnic Coalition in this second year in City Hall. I want to thank Dr. VGP for being the brainchild and bringing us all together. It's great to celebrate good over evil and to celebrate the Festival of Lights. And I want to just welcome the Consul General Ganesh to Chicago. I know he's just getting back, and you're going to need this and more because it's cold out there.
Still in jet lag.
But as we celebrate this holiday season, I wish everyone great cheer, good health, and prosperity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alderman Dowell. I think some of our members have got some special presentation for you. Hema Shastri would like to present something for the alderwoman.
Thank you so much.
Happy Diwali. This is from Priest Sastri family.
We'd like all of you all to be with the Council General, the Alderman, to please come. Ali Dhanraj, while you're honoring them, please come and do it in front. And then we request Ms. Vinita Gulbani has a floral presentation for our Council General, Mr. Somnath Ghosh. And Mr. Sohan Joshi has it for, we'll have Lucy receive the flowers on behalf of Alderman Pat Dowell. Please come forward, Lucy. Now I'll request each of the aldermen to say a word of greetings. We'll start with Alderman Walter Bennett. We'd all like to stand in a...
So, namaste.
Please stand in the center line along with the CG for the photograph.
Dhanyavad for having me here today. It's always a blessing to come from the darkness to the light. So congratulations on your celebration of the light. And Jiti Reho, everyone. Jiti Reho.
Thank you. So now we'll request to have Alderman Sophie King. Please come. Please welcome her with a big round of applause.
Thank you. Again, Alderman Sophia King, it is my pleasure. This is actually my second year. I came last year.
Thank you so
for
much,
the first celebration of this. I definitely want to thank Alderman Dowell for helping to celebrate this. But I also want to recognize you and your culture for going from darkness and celebrating the light. That's a similarity between African American culture with Kwanzaa and light, with the Jewish culture, with Hanukkah and the lights, but it's bringing us all together as one people, sending the darkness away and bringing in the light, and I'm just happy to be here celebrating you and your people and bringing in the light. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Alderwoman Sophie King. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yes.
Of course, Alderman David Moore needs no introduction from 17th Ward. Please give him a big round of applause. Thank you so much, Alderman Moore, for being with us.
Namaste. It's just so good to be here again with everyone. First of all, as we celebrate the victory of light over darkness, that's what we have to do, and we have to continue to take into our various communities, not just here at City Hall, but throughout, so that people know how important it is. As I've gotten to know this community much, much better, as we have some of the same issues and same concerns, it's important, as I told you all, that you all have a voice in this council as well, not just in celebration, but in voices of your concerns throughout this city. So I continue to be a friend, not just when I'm running for office, but also throughout when we're doing the work. So I appreciate you all, and let's just continue to celebrate. God bless.
Thank you so much, Alderman David Moore. And now we'll request, we have some of our community leaders here who would like to say a few words of greetings. We'll start with Iftikhar Sharif. Mr. Iftikhar Sharif, as you know, is our godfather of the Indian American community. He was the first overseas citizens of India recipient in the whole world, the first Indian diaspora to receive it. And we thank him so much for coming He's been, to introduce him, it would take ages. He's been the president of FIA, the Federation of Indian Association. He had his innings in Chicago for over 40 years. We're so happy that Mr. Iftikhar Sharif is here to bring greetings on Deepavali. He also represents the very strong Indian American Muslim community. And he was there yesterday at 7:30 to welcome our wonderful Consul General Smooth Ghosh ji and the airport. Mr. Iftikhar Sharif ji.
Great. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor and privilege to be amongst all of you. As Vijay said, this Deepavali is not the confined to one religion or anything. There are certain festivals like Christmas, Diwali, Eid. They're celebrated throughout the world by every community. So I'm so proud that we in our home celebrate Diwali. And as an Indian, we burn crackers, we have a lot of sweets, and we do a lot of fun when we have the Diwali. So this is great. Alderman, she just left, Third Ward Alderman. She is hosting, Pat Dowell, yes, hosting this great event. And so many state and city officials do host these Diwali events, and up to the White House, we all celebrate Diwali events. So that shows how close the Indian community is with the US, and taking the Indian community to the next level of Indo-American friendship is our job, especially guy, dynamic, I call him a hero of the Indian community, Dr. Vijay Prabhakar, who brings... Your blessings. He brings so much energy, so much unity among all within the Indian community and American community, whether it is congressmen, whether it is state officials or aldermen. He's always there to do certain new things, and great. But I'm also here to welcome our new Consul General. I should say the youngest Consul General I've ever seen in my 30 years association with the consulate office. He's the youngest one. He came yesterday, and I'm sure he's still in jet lag, but he took the word of Dr. Vijay and came here for this first historical event of his. So we appreciate that, Mr. Ghosh, as well as the entire staff. Though you were not here 2-3 weeks, but your staff was so excellent. They were doing excellent job of taking care of the Indian community and their needs. So we welcome you and Mrs. Ghosh, as well as your two sons, dynamic sons, to the great windy city, friendly city. You will have more and more events like this, and this is important for Vijay that he grabbed you for the first event. So anyway. But happy Diwali to all of you, all the community stalwarts, and we are all together. Long live Indo-American friendship, and Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Iftikhar Sharif, sir. Now we'll request Ms. Dr. Anuja Gupta, who is the founder of the Indian American Caucus, which is a platform for elected officials across the spectrum, non-partisan, to woo the Indian community. And she's also the founder of the Women's Empowerment Group, which has been started 5 years ago to empower Indian American women. And she is the CEO of Veranda Senior Community Residential Unit, first of its kind in the country, Consul General. Please welcome Dr. Anuja Gupta.
Thank you, Vijayji, and thank you to Alderman Pat Dowell and all the dignitaries for hosting us to celebrate Diwali in City Hall. Is like a dream, a very proud moment to be an Indian. I have a 17-year-old daughter, and she's usually very opinionated about everything I do. And she said, "What are you doing today, Mommy?" And I said, "I'm celebrating Diwali in City Hall." And she was like, "Oh my God, that is very cool." So thank you for giving us the occasion, and welcome Somnath ji to Chicago. We are so happy you're here. Happy Diwali. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have the president of the Federation of Indian Associations, Chicago, 1980, Mr. Rakesh Malhotra. Mr. Rakesh Malhotra is an institution by himself. He is a Hindi laureate and a community activist. Please welcome Mr. Rakesh Malhotra.
नमस्ते एवरीवन, सबको सबसे पहले दीपावली की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। आज के host, Alderman Pat Dowell, and also Consul General Somnath Ghosh ji, Acting Consul General Bhutia ji, Dr. Vijay Prabhakar and V1. I don't have much to say because Anika ji has already explained what Diwali is and what could be the great thing for us that we are all here in the City Hall under the banner of multi-ethnic. And Diwali represents what? D stands for diversity, I stands for inclusion, W stands for worship, wealth, and work ethics. A stands for acceptance, and L stands for love and loyalty, and I stands for integrity. So that itself defines the Diwali, and we are all here proving these and practicing these values. Thank you, Dr. Vijay Prabhakar, for inviting. Thank you, multi-ethnic community. Thanks a lot. Happy Diwali to everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Rakesh Malhotra ji. Our next greetings is from Ms. Vinita Gulbani. She is a president of the Indian American Cultural Association. She is also the American Multi-Ethnic Coalition's Gala chair. She is a beautician and a proud owner of a spa. Please welcome. And she is also the executive vice president of Federation of Indian Associations of Schaumburg. Please welcome Ms. Vinita Gulbani.
Thank you for giving such a wonderful introduction, but this is the time of Diwali. So all of us here are to celebrate, so we must pray for each other and wish each other the best period to come. And I'm sincerely appreciating Alderman Pat Dowell to give us this opportunity to be here together and celebrate our special festival. At the same time, I wish from my sincere heart Dr. Ghosh for being here, and may this journey in Chicago be remarkable and wonderful, and may all of us enjoy your stay with us and make something special that the world can be proud of. So wish you all happy Diwali with this. I say thanks again for being here. Happy Diwali.
Thank you so much, Vinita ji. We now have Mr. Rishi Agarwal, who's a distinguished attorney here, and also who ran for the elections in the school board and also as for the judge. He currently is the president of the most successful and vibrant Indo-American Center on Divan Avenue, which recently celebrated its 32nd anniversary. Indo-American Center serves over 40,000 immigrants in a year through several services. Please welcome Mr. Rishi Agarwal.
Thank you so much, Vijay. And we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Dr. Vijay, so thank you so much for everything he does. So exciting to be at an event hosted by Alderman Dowell. I'm a constituent of hers. She has been such a great supporter of the community. So it was so great to be here, and thanks so much to all the aldermen and women who are here today. I think what all of you have taught us here today, and what Dr. Vijay continues to teach us, is our community is growing. Our influence is growing. Our presence here is a signal of that. And what we talk about at the center is how we have an increasing number of needs and services that we need to have for the community. We feed 70 seniors a day because of funding that we get from the city of Chicago at the Indo-American Center. And that's the kind of support that is so fantastic. And that's why we need to be here today to continue that partnership and build that relationship. So happy Diwali to everyone. So excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rishi ji. We also have Dr. Abha Agarwal. She is the Chief Medical Officer of Humble Healthcare Hospital, which is formerly known as Norwegian American Hospital. Dr. Abha Agarwal would like to say a few brief words. Very few.
I would like to say a few brief words, but thank you so much, Dr. Vijay. Happy Diwali. हिंदी में बोलने का मेरा मन हो रहा है. मैं उत्तर प्रदेश से हूँ. हिंदी मेरी नेटिव टंग है. तो सबसे पहले सब लोगों को दीपावली की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. सोमनाथ घोष जी, आपके फोटोग्राफ्स देखे एयरपोर्ट से, मेरा आना संभव नहीं हो सका. शिकागो में आपका स्वागत है. मुझे दो बात कहनी है. एक तो ये लाइट टू डार्कनेस की बात बहुत बड़ी है और इसे हमें जितना संभव हो सके आत्मसात करना चाहिए. मेरा बेटा है अभय, वो यहाँ पे है और उसको भी हम ये सिखाते हैं कि ये लाइट से डार्कनेस की बात आपको आगे करनी चाहिए. मैं एक छोटा सा आपको वाकया सुना दूँ जो मेरा बड़ा पसंद का है. दिवाली की मेरी पहली दिवाली अमेरिका में कैसी थी, शायद आप लोगों को हंसी आए. मेरा इंटर्नशिप चल रही थी. हम बड़े डरे हुए से रहते थे इंटर्नशिप में, सबसे जूनियर होते थे. तो एक हमारे सीनियर डॉक्टर थे, उन्होंने हमको बोला कि आप हमारे घर आ जाओ दिवाली मनाने के लिए। तो हमने कहा ठीक है। ब्रुकलिन में गाड़ी चला रहे थे, हमको जब स्टॉप साइन का कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं था, क्योंकि इंडिया में स्टॉप साइन नहीं होते हैं। तो आई एम गोइंग देयर, आई ऑलमोस्ट हिट ए कार, और वो जो ऑन कमिंग कार थी वो न्यूयॉर्क पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट की कार थी, जो 1-2 इंच मुझसे बच गई। उन्होंने मुझसे पूछा, दारू पी रखी है? मैंने कहा नहीं जी। ड्रग्स ले रखी है? मैंने कहा नहीं। मेरी बिल्कुल हवा निकली हुई थी। बोले क्या करते हो? मैंने कहा मैं फिजिशियन हूँ। उनका थोड़ा सा डिमीनर चेंज हुआ। बोले कहाँ काम करते हो? मैंने कहा किंग्स काउंटी हॉस्पिटल में, ट्रॉमा सेंटर है। बोले आप लोग हमारी बड़ी जान बचाते हो। थोड़ा सा वो नरम हुए। कहाँ जा रहे हो? फ्रेंड के यहाँ जा रहे हैं। क्यों जा रहे हो? दिवाली मनाने। मैंने सोचा इनको कुछ नहीं मालूम होगा दिवाली क्या होती है, काफ़ी समय पहले की बात है, कई डेकेड्स पहले। हिज वाइफ वॉज इंडियन। इट वॉज सच ए ग्रेट इंसिडेंट। उन्होंने कहा चलिए हम भी चलते हैं, दिवाली की मिठाई खाते हैं। ही केम विद अस, दिवाली की मिठाई खाई, और इस तरीके से मेरा अमेरिका में, ब्रुकलिन में और न्यूयॉर्क पीडी से मेरा पहला इंटरेस्ट हुआ, एंड आई फेल इन लव विद दिस कंट्री। सो दिवाली की शुभकामनाएं सबको।
Thank you so much, Dr. Agarwal. We'll have Ms. Dipti Suri, who's a Vaidya from Yoga Ved in Hinsdale, and she would like to say a few words.
Hari Om everyone. So, the first day of Diwali is also Dhanvantri Divas. That means we worship the first doctor on the planet. So all the doctors, we worship Dhanvantri, and tomorrow at the CG's office, we are going to celebrate the first ever Ayurveda Day in Chicago. So invitations have been mailed out, and this will be the first event by CG. So I request everybody to keep eating those calorie bombs, get into food coma, but do some fasting and eat something healthy and take care of your body. Happy Diwali.
Thank you very much. Just before we have the introduction of our chief guest, our Honorable Consul General, Ms. Vinita Gulbani, and Governor of American Multi-Ethnic Coalition, Dr. Zenobia Sobel, both of them would like to jointly honor the acting Consul General till yesterday, Mr. Bhutia, for holding the fort so amicably well. And this, Mr. Bhutia, is from the American Multi-Ethnic Coalition, the Governor, and Mrs. Gulbani. They personally, the members felt that you did such an awesome job keeping the seat warm for our Consul General.
Sir, please. No, sir, please. Hello.
Now I'd like to introduce Prachi Jethli, who you all know, who is the popular Global Eye TV anchor, and she moderates almost all of the Indian American community events. We call her the Oprah Winfrey of Chicagoland. Prachi Jethli is a very vibrant speaker, writer, and a community activist who's always there for India-US relationship. Please welcome Prachi Jethli.
Thank you, Vijayji. Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. First of all, happy Diwali. And for last 24 hours, everything that we've been hearing about Mr. Ghosh is, sir, what a wonderful personality you are. People are raving about you in last 24 hours. So welcome to Chicago.
I didn't know that. Thank you.
Yes, we have been just hearing great things about you. And to formally introduce, as you all know, Bengal has produced many geniuses, and we are so fortunate we have one genius now to lead us here in Chicago. So please put your hands together. A brief introduction of Mr. Ghosh. Schooled in a remote village in West Bengal, and then Ramakrishna Mission Ambassador Somnath Ghosh did his master's from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. He joined the Indian Foreign Services in 1997. In a span of career of 25 years, he has been Ambassador of India to Republic of Tajikistan from 2016 to 2019, and to Mongolia from 2014 to 2016. Prior to that, he was the Assistant High Commissioner of India in Bangladesh with consular jurisdiction of Chittorganj and Silvet divisions constituting eastern part of Bangladesh. Chittagong and Sylhet divisions constituting eastern part of Bangladesh. In his career, apart from important assignments in New Delhi, he has worked in Moscow, Brussels, and spent considerable time in Central Asia. Prior to joining at CG, Consul General of India, in Chicago with consul jurisdiction of 9 Midwest states, Ambassador Ghosh was heading the Department of External Engagements in the Ministry of Defense of India. In that capacity, he has been closely engaged with USA, Russia, France, UK, and other major nations and India's neighborhood on critical policy issues. Ambassador Ghosh speaks Bengali, Hindi, English, and Russian language. He lives with his wife, who is a doctorate in economics, and 2 sons, so cute, 14 and 11-year-old. We are so fortunate to have this genius all the way from India to lead us, ladies and gentlemen. Please give him a warm welcome. Sir, please.
Thank you very much. You are indeed Oprah Winfrey of American Indian community. Thank you so much. First of all, my sincere gratitude to Alderwoman Pat Dowell and other aldermen or women who have been here and who has allowed this place for this celebration. And to start with, I greet all of you with the wishes of prosperity, health, happiness. Happy Diwali. As I was telling the alderwoman, and with my family, I landed yesterday. It was quite cold compared to Delhi. I'm not new to cold. Of course, I lived in Mongolia, in Moscow. It cannot get colder than those. But yesterday was really chilly, and suddenly I found people, almost more than 50 of them, there to garland, to with heaps of shawls. And also somebody with a cup of tea. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll help.
So it was wonderful. In my career, as just you have learned the outline. Nowhere I had this type of warm welcome. Thank you, my friends, my brothers, sisters. We as Indian community and here as American community of Indian origin, we are working together and we are doing wonderful works. The community here is adding to every part of American life, American social life, American economy, American innovation, and also American politics today. There are so many people who are running for office. That's the greatest, that's the most important sign of assimilation, how we can mingle, how we can contribute, and how we can be together. India and United States, as the 2 greatest democracy on earth, must stand together, must work together, and you are the bridge for that. Nation is not about some geographical entity, it's about people. And when I personally believe, I have worked very closely with the leadership in Pentagon and others from the Department of Defense in India. And I realized that for the security and for prosperity of this world, we need India and United States together, standing together. And you are the architect of that. Those who have been here, who has made this country as their own, and who are still rooted to their culture and their origin. So I'm extremely thankful to all of you. Diwali is not a community event. It does not belong to any particular kind of people or language or anything. It's a global event, and we should make it global as we had made yoga. So let's celebrate Diwali together. I once again thank this city authority, the city officials who are still present here and who were there for this wonderful event. I thank all of you. I'm looking forward to individually meet you, to make you close friends of ours, our family. And I'm also looking forward to meeting the greater community. I know only very small number of representatives are here today. So I'm thankful to you for this event, and happy Diwali once again.
Thank you, Consul General. On behalf of the American Multi-Ethnic Coalition, I would like to give a vote of thanks. Thanks to Alderman Pat Dowell for graciously hosting this event in the City Hall and making it possible for all of us to assemble here and celebrate Diwali. And we will now also be having a reception downstairs. We invite you all for refreshments in room 200C. I'd like to specially thank all the dignitaries that made it here today in spite of it being a weekday to be a part of this historic celebration. So thank you to everyone, and we'll see you downstairs for the reception. Thank you.
Before we go down, we have to give special thanks to one and the only charismatic leader, a visionary, Dr. VGP, and to say special thanks, we have Shastri family here. I have Hema Shastri who wants to present shawl to Dr. VGP.